Good morning, children. Sairam. Children, how are you all? I hope you all must be fine and safe at home. Children, in the last video, we all have learned about the four types of chemical reactions. Those four types of chemical reactions were combination reaction, decomposition reaction, displacement reaction, and double displacement reaction. Now we are proceeding further with the next topic of your first chapter, chemical reactions and equations. The next topic is oxidation and reduction. Now see children, this oxidation and reduction is also a type of chemical reaction, you can say, but it is not included under those four types of chemical reactions. Now you all must have seen an iron article when it is left outside in damp air for many days. Then what happens? Yes, a brownish fluffy layer starts depositing on the outermost surface of that iron article. Why does this happen? What is the chemistry behind that? The important thing that you have to remember is the chemistry and the chemical formula of that brown colored substance formed. Now, we'll study in detail what does it mean and why this thing happens. Now see children, in the terms of chemistry, we call this process to be oxidation. So what is actually oxidation? I'll explain you today. See, suppose it is an example of a reaction. Just a minute. Now children, you all can see a reaction is being displayed on the screen in which copper reacts with oxygen and result in the formation of copper oxide. Do you know what is copper? Copper is a reddish brown colored metal. The color of copper is reddish brown. You all must have seen the copper utensils which are used at home. Now, this copper many a times it comes in contact with oxygen and converts into copper oxide. This copper oxide is black in color. That means the reddish brown colored copper converts into black colored copper oxide. Now, in this reaction, as you all can see, copper is reacting with oxygen and oxygen attaches to copper. So, such a reaction is called an oxidation. So, what is oxidation? It is the addition of oxygen to any metal. Now here in this example you all have seen that oxygen is added to copper. So we can say that copper gets oxidized to form copper oxide. This is called oxidation. Many other examples of oxidation you have seen in your day-to-day life, like your turning of iron into this reddish brown colored fluffy substance. That is also an example of oxidation. At home you all must have seen that the burning of any substance takes place. Like for example, in the beginning of this chapter, we have learned about the burning of magnesium ribbon. I've shown you one video also in which magnesium ribbon was been burnt and it converted into magnesium oxide. That was a white fluffy powder. That is again an example of this oxidation, because in that reaction also magnesium reacts with oxygen and result in the formation of magnesium oxide. That means oxygen was added. So any reaction in which oxygen gets added to a substance is called an oxidation reaction. This is again a type of reaction. Now children, you see another equation is written on the screen, in which copper oxide now reacts with hydrogen gas, and again that black colored copper oxide turns into brown color. Why this color transformation takes place? It is because copper oxide reacts with hydrogen and converts into copper again, which is reddish brown in color. So such reaction in which removal of oxygen takes place, or you can also sometimes say addition of hydrogen takes place, such reactions are called the reduction reaction. Like for example, in the reaction which is displayed on the screen, copper oxide converts into copper. That means in the molecular formula, if you see, it was CuO, that is copper oxide, which converts into Cu. That means oxygen is being removed during the chemical reaction. So such reactions in which oxygen is this oxygen is removed, it is called a it is called a reduction reaction. So addition of oxygen is oxidation and removal of oxygen is reduction. Now children, you can note it down in your notebook that oxidation is the gaining of oxygen or removal of hydrogen. So what is oxidation? Either addition of oxygen or gaining of oxidation, gaining of oxygen or removal of hydrogen is termed as oxidation. You can note it down in your notebook, please. Similarly, what is reduction? If a substance loses oxygen, as I have shown in the previous reaction, if a substance loses oxygen or gains hydrogen, it is called reduction. So oxidation and reduction you have to explain in the terms of oxygen and hydrogen. How will you define oxidation? It is the addition of oxygen or removal of hydrogen. And how will you explain reduction? It is the loss of oxygen or gaining of hydrogen. The examples, we can use more examples. Like for example, a reaction is being displayed on the screen in which ZNO, that is your zinc oxide, it reacts with carbon and converts into zinc plus carbon monoxide. In this reaction, see, you have to remember, whenever in a chemical reaction oxidation is taking place, then at the same time reduction must also be taking place in the same reaction. Like for example, in the given reaction, ZNO converts into Zn. That means oxygen is removed. So what it will be called? Yes, it will be called reduction. The removal of oxygen is reduction. And at the same time, carbon converts into carbon monoxide. That means oxygen is added. So what is taking place? Yes, addition of oxygen is taking place, so it will be called oxidation. Now we all can say in the same reaction, here what is taking place? Here is reduction taking place, and here is oxidation taking place. That means zinc oxide converts to zinc, that is reduction, removal of oxygen, and carbon converts into carbon monoxide, that is addition of oxygen. So we call it as, what do we call it? Yes, we call it oxidation. Now children, why oxidation and reduction takes place simultaneously? It is because when oxidation is taking place, like for example here carbon is converted into carbon monoxide, oxidation is taking place, that means addition of oxygen took place on carbon. But for addition of oxygen there should be some source which is giving oxygen. Here the source which is giving its oxygen is zinc oxide. It is the source which is giving its oxygen and converting into Zn. So you all can say there is oxidation and reduction taking place simultaneously. When a substance is getting oxidized, at the same time some other substance must also be getting reduced. Now here ZNO is reduced to Zn. Now why is ZNO being reduced? It is because carbon is taking its oxygen. That means for the reduction of ZNO, who is responsible? Who is responsible for the reduction of zinc oxide to zinc? This is carbon. Carbon is responsible. That means you all can say carbon is the reducing agent here. The substance which makes reduction possible is called the reducing agent. You all can write it down. Reducing agent is that substance which is responsible for the reduction of another substance. As in this case, carbon is responsible for the reduction of zinc oxide because it is taking its oxygen. Now, carbon is getting oxidized to carbon monoxide. It is just possible because zinc oxide is giving its oxygen. So zinc oxide is responsible for the oxidation of carbon, so will be called the oxidizing agent. I hope you all must have understood the meaning of reducing agent and oxidizing agent. Reducing agent is that substance which makes reduction possible by accepting oxygen or giving hydrogen. This is the case where it is taking oxygen. And oxidizing agent is that substance which makes oxidation of another substance possible by either giving its oxygen or taking somebody's hydrogen. It is this case in which it is giving its oxygen. Now children, we can see another example. Yes, see, this is another example of a chemical reaction in which MnO2, manganese dioxide, this is manganese dioxide, reacts with 4 moles of hydrochloric acid. HCl is hydrochloric acid, and results in the formation of magnesium chloride, MnCl2, that is magnesium chloride, plus water plus chlorine gas. Now in this reaction also, as I told you, whenever a reaction takes place, either this oxidation and reduction both take place at the same time. In this reaction also both must be taking place. Yes children, in this chemical reaction, manganese dioxide converts into MnCl2, manganese chloride. Now what happens here? MnO2 loses oxygen and takes 2Cl2. Now though it is taking Cl2, but as removal of oxygen is taking place, that means manganese converts into manganese dioxide is what? Oxidation or reduction? Yes, it is reduction. Why is it called reduction? because here removal of oxygen has taken place. So this is your reduction. Now at the same time, HCl is converted to chlorine gas. That means chlorine, in terms of chlorine, if I'll say, chlorine removes hydrogen. It gives out hydrogen. Now removal of hydrogen is what? Oxidation. So this will be called oxidation. HCl is oxidized to Cl2 and MnO2 is reduced to MnCl2. Now children, here oxidation and reduction you have seen both are taking place, but at the same time you all can see hydrogen is also converted into water. Now for hydrogen, in terms of hydrogen, if I say chlorine is removed, oxygen is added. So addition of oxygen is what? Yes, addition of oxygen is oxidation. So you all can now see that manganese dioxide gives oxygen, converts into MnCl2. Giving of oxygen is reduction. HCl converts into Cl2. That means hydrogen is given. Giving of hydrogen is what? Oxidation. Addition of oxygen or giving of hydrogen is oxidation. Now for HCl, in conversion of Cl to Cl2, removal of hydrogen is taking place, and in conversion of H to H2O, addition of oxygen is taking place. So both are oxidation reactions. Now children, I hope you all must have understood clearly what is the meaning of oxidation and what is the meaning of reduction. Now just let us quickly revise. What is oxidation? Addition of oxygen or removal of hydrogen. What is reduction? Addition of hydrogen or removal of oxygen. Now children, why are we studying oxidation and reduction? Because these oxidation and reduction, they affect our daily life a lot. How does it affect? See. Oxidation in our everyday life. One of the best example of oxidation is corrosion. Now what is corrosion? Listen. See, if any iron article is left outside for many days and some days rain also took place, oxygen is also there in the environment, then what happens? In the presence of moisture, the iron outermost surface reacts with atmospheric oxygen and reddish brown fluffy layer is deposited on the iron article. But the strength of iron decreases in this process. It is called rusting of iron. Similarly, other substance also get oxidized. In case of other substance, we call it corrosion. So corrosion is the slow oxidation of metal. Whenever a metal gets oxidized, it is called corrosion. And specifically, if we are talking about iron, then the oxidation of iron is called rusting. So, how will we define corrosion? It is a process of slow oxidation of metal surface when left in moisture-laden air. That means two things are required, two things are important, and if these two things, if any one of the two is not there, corrosion, which is the metal oxidation, will not take place. So, metal oxidation takes place when the air is moisture laden. That means some humidity, some water molecules are present in air, and air automatically it contains your oxygen also. So, The two conditions required for the metal oxidation is water plus oxygen. Now, children, the special case, as I told you, in case of iron corrosion is called rusting of iron. Now, rusting of iron has an adverse effect on the economy of each and every country, as because of rusting, every country suffers loss of the metallic wealth, you can say, and because of this, the loss because of the oxidation, or you can say rusting of iron, the slow decomposition of metal takes place, due to which the strength of the metal becomes very less. Now children, there was one more topic. It is given in the NCERT book, that is your rancidity, but it is not there in the syllabus right now. So we have completed with the chapter chemical reactions and equations, and last topic we can say was the corrosion, which we have already learned today, that is the slow oxidation of metal surface in the presence of moisture laden air. And the special case of corrosion is rusting, which is actually the oxidation of metal in case of iron. Now children, in the next video we will proceed with your next topic.